If you're a savvy individual looking to buy a home, you can make the move and buy at Horizon Green Village, a smart housing project set in a gated and service community in Silverest Extension. The Horizon Green Village is 20 kilometers from the airport roundabout and 1.5 kilometers from the Greatest Road. Anchored on sustainability and clean living, the Green Village has on offer attractive packages of bare plots, bed sitters, 1, 2, and 3 bedroom houses with options to phase development. So, if you need a clean place to live affordably, the Green Village is your best bet. Take advantage of the massive early bird promotions and get the best deal on the market. Call us on 260-211-269275 or 0979-888970. Email greenvillage@thehorizonproperties.com. Like Horizon Green Village on Facebook.
It's 1832. Welcome to another episode of Property Focus, brought to you courtesy of Horizon Properties. And of course, I'm your host, Nono Zaza. Now, this evening on the program, I am joined by the CEO from Horizon Properties, Dr. Sokyo Mpindi. Good evening to you, sir, and welcome to the program.
Good evening, listeners.
Good to see you once again.
Oh, my pleasure to be here.
And we're also joined by David Peary, who is a Senior Sales and Lettings Officer also from Horizon Properties. Mr. Peary, welcome to the show, and good evening to you as well.
Good evening, Nono. Good evening, listeners.
Now, before we get to the business of today's program, here's a call to clients. And of course, this is a different category of clients, people who are doing business or have done business with Horizon Properties. Now, clients who were offered but have not come forward to execute contracts of sales. Clients who finished paying and executed contracts of sales but have not come forward to proceed with the transfer of rights or change of ownership, as well as clients who have proceeded with the change of ownership but certain documents are missing, for example, NRC copy. Clients who finished paying and submitted all relevant documents but have not received their titles, as well as clients who for one reason or the other are not getting the expected feedback. What you need to do is send a text or a WhatsApp to this number, 09796858892. That is 09796858892. Now, I'm going to begin with you, David. A quick recap of what we were discussing last week.
Thank you very much. So last week we were discussing a question: is buying land a good investment? You recall we had an extensive discussion in that area. In answering that question, we looked at a number of things, starting from the concept of buying land itself and the benefits that comes with investing in land. To those who think they are unable to invest in land because of it being scarce, we gave them good news that we as Horizon Properties have a number of projects, and one such big project is Horizon Green Village. So you have an opportunity to come and invest in land in case you're thinking you can't invest in land. Among the other things that we talked about the benefits, and that was peace of mind. I remember you came in with a peace of mind, and I said you are right. Investing in land gives you a peace of mind. Once you complete the buying process of land, you can be rest assured no one is going to steal this land or destroy it. A piece of land remains in good condition and increase in value. Owning land gives you financial security and peace of mind. Those are some of the things we talked about last week.
I like the peace of mind.
Yes.
That's definitely something that anyone needs to enjoy anywhere in the world. Now, having highlighted last week's discussion, what is your topic of discussion this evening? What are we talking about?
This evening, we want to focus on the Horizon Green Village project. But of course, we have Doctor here to enlighten us on the challenges of purchasing land from individuals and developers. So not just the Green Village, but also the challenges that comes with purchasing land from individuals and developers.
Interesting. Doctor, this is where I bring you in. When we talk about challenges of purchasing land, I think maybe let's start with definitions of key terms. Say land, lease, state land, the difference with these three words?
Thank you very much, listeners. So you see why we brought up this topic to this evening is out of experience and observation how individuals and companies lose money for lack of understanding of how challenging land purchases or sales can be. These terminologies you have just mentioned, these are this is what you will be finding from time to time when you are dealing with land. Okay, land means any interest in land, whether land is virgin, bare, or has improvement, but does not include mining rights as defined in the Mines Act. You know very well that you can have a piece of land, but what is under is not yours.
Does not belong to you.
When you want to touch it, you have to now begin another process. So that's the meaning of land. So land is interest. It's the interest. So lease, with respect to property, lease means a lease granted by the President of the Republic of Zambia, or lease that was converted from freehold title under the Repealed Act. You know, before there was freehold, and now that act was repealed, and then we have the Lands Act, which is the lease. So the custodian of the land in Zambia is the President of the Republic of Zambia. So, as you know, I've been mentioned before, we are tenants. A tenant, you can be evicted. Take note, even if you have title. So, yes, state land. State land means the land which is not situated in the customary area, because we have got two types of land. We have the customary tenure, and we have got the leasehold. We have land being administered by the customary authority, the chiefs, and we have land under the state being administered by whose custodian is the president. So these are the meaning. So it's important also to know these terminologies, because you find them. Maybe a lawyer says this, and then state land. Then what is state land? Is it state house or whatever? No. So it's important to understand. So those are those are some of the words. There are many other terminologies in land transactions which are worth understanding.
So it's very important for anyone who is going into the business of buying land to understand what those three things mean. Yes,
very important. What's land? What does it mean, land? Land actually is, you say you have land, you have a title, but even the land is in the document. So if you don't have the documents, the rights, it's not the physical land you own. You are owning the rights, which are enshrined into a document, which is a lease.
All right. Yeah. Now, what is the first important issue you should consider when buying land?
Thank you very much for that question. You see, this topic of challenges of buying land from individuals and developers. The first thing to know the seller. Know the seller. Who's selling? Who is the owner? It's very, very critical and necessary to know the owner of the land. Indeed, under which authority is he selling the land? Is this selling because is the son to the owner, or is a brother of the owner, is a relative? So you need to know what legal authority is this person selling land has. If you say, okay, are you the administrator? Even if you are the administrator, are you authorized? Do you have a court order to sell that land? So it's very important to know that whether companies, whether developers, you should know this developer who is selling this subdivision, is he the owner? Is he an agent? And if they're an agent, is he authorized legally to sell this land? So it's very important, because a lot of developers, land developers, because we are talking about land, it has become looks like an easy way of doing business. Someone has got a piece of land. The next day he gets a tape, counting steps, and it says I have subdivisions, and then they start selling. So because subdivision of land, you are not authorized to subdivide land without authorization. So many developers, you can see you have plots which are 15 by 20, 15 by 10. All those are not allowed, because there's minimum. The land there's land administration. As I've been mentioning, there are three pieces of legislation which are being used in Zambia to administer land. We have the Lands Act, the Surveyors Act, and the Deeds and Registry Act. So, what you do on property and land must fall within there. So it's very important to know whether the company is selling is registered by law in Zambia. And this people or this individual, where is it located? Where is physical address? And if you know it's a company is doing land development, where are they located physically? Where do they operate from? You have to know, have they just come here? If they have come here, okay, fine. There's the location of offices, but where are they from? Where were they operating from before? Some companies have pretended to sell land, to develop land, but actually they're operating in makeshift. They're on the move. They collect people's money, and at the end of the day, they are nowhere to be seen. Sometimes they are aggressive and courageous to stay, and at the end of the day, they go under liquidation. They go under liquidation. But liquidating what? They have nothing. I've seen cases in court whereby people lose millions. A lot of people, about 200, lost money in this land development. I can't say scam, the land development processes, and find that at the end of the day, when they went to court, the company went applied for liquidation. But liquidating what? Documents in briefcases, and people lost out. So it's very important to do a due diligence on who's selling land, especially if it is a land developer, a company which is doing land development.
I want to throw in something in there. I think not lately, but just in the recent past, we've heard stories of how people are offered land by cadres. Someone is just subdividing land, and before you know it, you're excited, you pay your money, and you start building. Then after a while, the original owner now comes and says, no, this is my property. Why do you think people go for the easy way instead of vetting and verifying? And even if an individual is coming with capacity as a chairman or whoever he's represented, why not first do your diligence before you decide to say, I'm going to buy this property?
Okay, first of all, there's another business principle which needs to be emulated. Any deal, any business transaction which looks too good to be true, then it's not true. Because you find that I hear and read and do research in the market. I find that people are selling land 2,000, and the 2,000 kwacha 1,000. I can't understand that.
30 by 20.
It's okay, 1,000. Or they tell you pay. Okay, we sell you so for example, they sell you a house. You will pay 200 kwacha per month. What is that? Even if you pay 500 kwacha, 500 kwacha per month. So even if you pay for 20 years, how much money is that? Does it amount to a house? No. Or you pay 200 kwacha per month, and other people get excited. Oh, they start distributing money. No, you are financing someone. You are making someone feel good. You are getting money. You are donating. So it's very important to examine exactly what you are doing and consult. Because some people transact to surprise their neighbors, to surprise their friends, but it's very important to consult. When you consult, you become an expert. Ignorance over an item or an aspect of a transaction, especially a proper transaction, is an advantage, because when you consult, you are able to understand and you avoid such consequences. When it's a foreign company, when a foreign developer comes, find out where they are originating from, the origin of the company. The website is one key instrument which you can use. Look at, first of all, key in Google, find out this company. It will give you a lot of information, which even you may be surprised. From there, go to the website. The website is the whole company, to show you the directors and everything, location. They even know how long they have been. That's the question. So it's very important that an individual venturing into purchase of land to do some due diligence to avoid loss of money. This is not something we can beat about the bush. People have lost money, and people sometimes are chasing wind and they can't recover the money. It's very easy to get money to pay, but to recover is a battle.
Those are very, very interesting points. I hope you're taking notes. Now, let's talk about activity on the land. Can I carry out any activity on my land, whether to build shops, bar, pottery? Because obviously we've seen sometimes, just because you have, it's your land, you decide, half the time you don't even know who you should consult before you start building whatever it is that you're building. Can people carry out activity on their land just because it's their land?
First of all, the ignorance is presumed that we all understand the law. Citizens are not lawyers, but the laws are crafted and enacted and passed for the citizens. When you commit an offense or an omission, the law presumes that you know the law, because you can't say, no, I didn't know. So, land in Zambia is zoned. Each piece of land is defined for the specific use, and the use is registered on the title. So it's very important to know the usage of the land you're buying. You may be buying a property which is meant for industrial, and you try to construct a house there. Then you buy and you want to build maybe flats, as you know, it's commonly now. I want to build flats. You want to build flats in an industrial area, and the approving authority have said no, you can't. This is an industrial area. You can't put flats. It means that all your plans, all your investment plans are shattered. Then you want to try to sell it, so that you look for. It's not easy. So it means that your plans have been shattered. So you cannot construct or build anything on the land. You must seek approval, and land, the usage of the land is registered and is known. So it's very important to know. So if this land I'm buying sometimes people go and buy in wetlands, which are yes,
that's very true.
Wetlands. And
then
they know you're not authorized.
They can't build anything on it.
Yes, and so most people, because maybe it's good to be true. The price is good to be true. You just pay, and the owner, some don't even ask with the papers. So no, this is my land. Then they pay. Or sometimes they don't take time to examine the documentation. So it's very important to know the usage. Land in Zambia is zoned. You can't build anything. The simple answer: you cannot construct anything. That's as much as you can't construct in the residential areas. Go now to start constructing a factory. It's the same thing.
We've seen in residential areas. I see it, especially even where I live. People just demarcating the wall fence, and before you know it, part of the wall fence is broken, and they've made a shop. Part of the other wall fence is broken. It's now a small bar. Do these people get authorization? Does the council know, or do people just feel because it's their property, it's their land, they can just build whatever structures they want as long as it's the business?
That is an illegality. An illegality which is becoming common practice. There are illegal things, illegal practices, which are illegal. There are common practices which are illegal. And it looks normal to have a home shop. You break the wall and play a home shop. It's common practice, but it's illegal. If you have not obtained authorization to establish a trading place at your house, at your office, it is illegal. But I would say it's common practice. In other words, the public has authorized it, but it's illegal.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's 18:50. You're listening to Property Focus, brought to you by Horizon Properties. We take a short break, and when we come back, we continue talking about the Horizon Green Village as well as challenges of purchasing land. Stay tuned.
If you're a savvy individual looking to buy a home, you can make the move and buy at Horizon Green Village, a smart housing project set in a gated and service community in Silverest Extension. The Horizon Green Village is 20 kilometers from the airport roundabout and 1.5 kilometers from the Greatest Road. Anchored on sustainability and clean living, the Green Village has on offer attractive packages of bare plots, bed sitters, 1, 2 and 3 bedroom houses with options to phase development. So, if you need a clean place to live affordably, the Green Village is your best bet. Take advantage of the massive early bird promotions and get the best deal on the market. Call us on 260-211-269275 or 0979-888970. Email greenvillage@thehorizonproperties.com. Like Horizon Green Village on Facebook.
Welcome back. You're listening to Property Focus, brought to you courtesy of Horizon Properties. And of course, this evening on the show, I have Dr. Sokyo Mpindi, CEO from Horizon Properties. And I also have Mr. David Peary, Senior Sales and Lettings Officer, also from Horizon Properties. And this evening, we're talking about Horizon Green Village, as well as challenges of purchasing land. Now, Doctor, let's talk about the Green Village. What progress has been made so far on this project in terms of groundworks? I know I've been seeing a lot of videos, especially from the Facebook page, and a lot of these WhatsApp slides that I follow from people that work from Horizon Properties. So I can tell that there's a lot that's going on there.
Thank you very much. Yes, indeed. You see, this we are approaching towards the launch, and because we decided not to launch land, we want to launch a project. And this is the Green Village project. We are launching a project, not land. We are not groundbreaking land. We are doing a groundbreaking of a project. I'll start with the issue of waste management system, because this is an issue of concern with regard to the environmental protection. Last time I was here, I mentioned that our consultants from Kenya had arrived. No, they have been here for the 2 weeks. This is the third week. Actually, they're winding up tomorrow. We have advanced, and we have constructed about 4 systems, 4 structures to do with the biodiversity management system. And the good thing, the beauty is that part of half of the time we have been doing training. We are training our own people, our own staff, how to construct these systems. And out of this training, I'm happy that a number, about 4 of our people have actually grasped, and they have constructed. They have been ideally involved, practically involved in the construction of this biodiversity system. And we hope with this new Ministry of Green Economy and Environment, our project is going to be an eye-opener to this new environmental management system, and we hope to disseminate this, to transfer the information to other people at free of charge, because you cannot cause change alone. We have acquired this information, we have acquired this technology, and the practical aspect of it, and we will be rolling out this system to other projects. Now, we have constructed demonstration houses to show exactly what we are going to do. One of the houses is almost complete. The other one is about 70%, and we are continuing. So we want to, at the launch, our guests, including yourself, to say exactly what we mean and what we are doing. So roads, we have intensified the roads. The roads are continuing, and they will be continuing. Water supply is already almost done, and this water supply will be in phases. We will not take water where there are no people. We'll be taking water where there is development. It will be gradual, steady and gradual. We also constructed an ablution block. When their guests and customers come, which they will be using. Although right now we have temporal movable toilets which are using for the customers. But actually there's a lot of progress on the offense. We are done, but we are just now beautifying the offense and the security gate. So we are almost set. But it's not an ordinary project. So the construction and development is continuous.
Indeed. Now, I understand you have signed a number of MOUs. Maybe you'd like to highlight. I know the last time you were here, you were talking about the MOU you had signed with the doctors. Is it the resident doctors or the Doctors Association? So give us more information with these MOUs that you've signed.
Okay. So first of all, let me. We have there are many. We have first of all signed. We have signed, and we are still signing with financials. They have come on board, and there are more coming. We have got about 3. We have signed with 2 financials: Zambia Home Loans, Zambia National Business Society. These 2, you see, each financial has got their own approach to financing. Yes. So we are trying to bring as many financials as possible to cater for the public. Those who are informal and those are informal. Because some of the financials are specialized. Like for say, some will say, I only finance people in formal employment. And the other said, no. In our case, formal and informal, we will finance. So we're trying to bring variety and flexibility into the project. We are about to sign 2 more MOUs with financials. So this means that no one is going to be left behind. And that's why we're looking at the capacity of these financials. We want those who can finance the lowest and those who can finance the highest. And the flexibility. We are looking at the flexibility to the benefit of the would-be customers who are coming on board on this project and many other projects. Zambia Medical Association, here we are targeting to see how we can provide a decent affordable housing to members of the Zambia Medical Association. This one is a sealed deal. It's now at the stage of implementation. We have created a doctor's village within the village. We have created a doctor's corner within the village. And we are making progress with regard to how each individual medical practitioners can now come in, because they know the numbers big. They're about 4,500, and what we want, all those who don't have houses to have houses.
Interesting. Yeah. And of course, this is open to many other organizations who may be willing to come through if they want housing for their workers or members.
In fact, we call upon, this is an opportunity to call upon all institutions. And for information, we are in the process of providing these facilities to the civil servants. Yes. What we're waiting for, we are in the draft MOU with the Ministry of Infrastructure and Housing. The name was changed a bit, but we started some time back in April in working in trying to make inroads with collaboration. We are at the stage of a draft MOU, but we are still moving. What we do is not to rush into signing documentation without showing action. But now we have shown action. We have now gone back to say now we are ready. So in the due course, with the proper examination of which is which, we are going to sign an MOU. I'm very hopeful we are going to sign an MOU with the government with regard to the civil servants, because initially those were our targets, because the vulnerability in acquisition of housing was there. So that was our main focus. And apparently, even we have among the financials here, they can provide financing which is insured. Because even if you happen to be called to where you came from, by God, the beneficiaries will take the house.
Ah,
Yes.
that's a plus right
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, Doctor, we will come back. We're going to take a short break. Property Focus continues right here on Hot FM. Stay tuned.
If you're a savvy individual looking to buy a home, you can make the move and buy at Horizon Green Village, a smart housing project set in a gated and service community in Silverest Extension. The Horizon Green Village is 20 kilometers from the airport roundabout and 1.5 kilometers from the Greatest Road. Anchored on sustainability and clean living, the Green Village has on offer attractive packages of bare plots, bed sitters, 1, 2, and 3 bedroom houses with options to phase development. So, if you need a clean place to live affordably, the Green Village is your best bait. Take advantage of the massive early bird promotions and get the best deal on the market. Call us on 260-211-269275 or 0979-888970. Email greenvillage@thehorizonproperties.com. Like Horizon Green Village on Facebook.
And developers. Now, here's a quote to clients. Now, this is a different category of clients, people who are doing business or have done business with Horizon Properties. Clients who were offered but have not come forward to execute contracts of sales. Clients who finished paying and executed contracts of sales but have not come forward to proceed with the transfer of rights or change of ownership, as well as clients who have proceeded with the change of ownership but certain documents are missing, for example, NRC copies. Clients who finished paying and submitted all relevant documents but have not received their titles, as well as clients who for one reason or the other are not getting the expected feedback. Contact, text, and or WhatsApp this number 097-9685-892. 097-9685-892. Mr. Peary, I'm going to bring you in. In terms of the project, and I think we're talking about the Green Village project here. What does this project consist of in terms of structures and plots?
Thank you very much. So, just from getting the update that Doc gave us, this housing project has different packages, and these packages are in option form. So, option 1 is where you can buy a plot and start building, of course, following the guidelines from the developer. Option 2 is where you can buy a bed sitter, a 2-roomed up to 4-roomed house, and move in and begin to work on it whilst you're there. The third option is where you buy a complete house. So we're speaking of the Horizon Green Village project. Now coming to plots. The project currently is having 4 size categories of plots. We've got 450 square meters, which is a 20 by 22.5. We've got a 600 square meters, which is a 20 by 30. We've got a 900 square meters, which is a 30 by 30. And we've got a 1,200 square meters, which is a 30 by 40. And all these are readily available for purchase right now on the market. The prices, if you ask me, the 450 square meters, the 20 by 30, the 20 by 22.5 is only 49,500. The 600 square meters, which is a 20 by 30, is only 66,000 kwacha, Zambian kwacha. The 900 square meters, which is a 30 by 30, is only 99,000 kwacha only. The 1,200 square meters, which is a 40 by 30, is only 132,000 kwacha only. In case you are wondering, where are these prices that we are talking about? So this is the Horizon Green Village project, which is a housing project which is strongly anchored on sustainability, modernity, affordability, and eco-friendly environment preservation, which sits on over 500 acres, tranquil location, which is about 20 kilometers from the airport roundabout, Great East Road. This is an exciting project. Indeed, you have to buy into this project.
Okay. Doctor, let's continue talking about challenges of purchasing land from individuals and developers. Before that break, of course, we were talking about activity on the land, etc. Now, let's talk about customary land. Can customary land be converted to lease tenure? And how important is that?
Yes, it's very important to know certain aspects of to to do with the conversion of land from customary tenure to leasehold. Yes, by law, it's you can convert. We have the cap. As I said, there are 3 pieces of legislation which are being used to administer land in Zambia. One of these pieces of legislation is the Lands Act, Cap 184, which normally referred to as Lands Act. Now, Section 8 of that of the Act, subsection 1, authorizes the conversion of customary land to leasehold, and it states that notwithstanding Section 7. Section 7 is what is the section which recognizes the tenure for customary land. So, subsection 1 of Section 8 states that notwithstanding Section 7, after the commencement of this Act, they are referring to the Lands Act, Cap 184, any person who holds land under customary tenure may convert it to leasehold tenure not exceeding 99 years on application in a manner prescribed. So customary land can be converted to leasehold, but there's a procedure. You don't just say it's converted. There's a procedure. This procedure is contained in the SI 86 of 1996. It's already gives a guideline for the how you can convert the customary tenure to leasehold. Leasehold is the state land. Leasehold refers to the state land. Mm-hmm. Remember I mentioned state land.
Oh yes.
So and Section 7 of Cap 184 refers to the recognition of customary tenure. Customary land is recognized in its own way. So it's converted. But I would like to also to refer to subsection 2 of Section 8. It states the conversion of rights. Remember I told you about rights. Mm-hmm. You don't own land, you own rights. The conversion of rights from customary tenure to leasehold tenure shall have effect only after the approval of the chief and the local authorities in whose area the land to be converted is situated. In case of a game management area, the Director of National Parks and Wildlife Services will be authorized. So, but he also, that land you are referring to, you want to convert, should be known. In other words, should be known on a plan. The plan should show the kind of this area, the extent. The extent must be known. So, to answer, customary land can be converted to leasehold, to title.
All right. I'm going to bring in Mr. Piri real quickly once again. Now, this is in terms, obviously, of the green housing project. Now, you spoke about the project, the structures, the plots, etc., and what people can purchase. Now, in terms of packages and pricing, because these things sound very attractive, is there an installment plan for people to come through and pay? And in the case of cash, is there a discount, or should we say what financial strategies has the Horizon Green Village project embraced to cater for all?
Thank you very much. I think partly this question has been answered because you heard Doc mentioning that we signed MOUs with financiers. We've got Zambian Home Loans, ZNBS on board. But to answer your question, yes, there is an installment plan where you can pay 50% deposit on the purchase, on the prices that I mentioned earlier, and the balance you can pay it in installments of 3 months. But then if you have cash readily available, you can pay at a discount of 5%. So with Zambian Home Loans, ZNBS on board, you can come on board and buy a plot with us. In fact, when you have professionals on a panel like this with information that Doc is giving us, you may even forget the exciting news that Horizon has. We have just finalized working on the magazine, the Real Deal magazine. Others call it the catalog. This catalog, I will mention to you, it has a lot of insightful information and properties that will appeal to our dear customers, both buyers and sellers. So we want all our dear listeners to look out for the catalog. This catalog is going to be circulated this week. So this week, your hands should be looking out to Horizon Properties and see that you find this catalog.
It says tomorrow. The dog said tomorrow.
Yeah, we need to be specific.
So
tomorrow.
this anyone who comes to the office tomorrow will find the
You
catalog.
can come tomorrow and find it.
There we go. So it's tomorrow. Tomorrow
Yes.
it is.
The circulation is tomorrow in the daily newspaper.
Mm.
The mail.
Okay.
Yes. So other than the packages that we've talked about at the Horizon Green Village, there is more in this catalog. Please look out for this catalog and be able to secure a property of your choice, and that saves your needs.
Okay. Doctor, back to you in terms of purchasing land, etc. What is state concept and with respect to land or property sales?
You know, I've already mentioned. I've been trying to educate the public that we are tenants, or those who have titles on their property. We are tenants. We are on lease. So when you are on lease, it means that you are not the owner. So it means when you have to sell, to transfer the rights, you have to seek consent. So you're looking at me. It's true. Even if your house, you can't sell your house without consent from the state,
Of course.
from the president.
Of course.
Yeah. So the Lands Act, Section 5. It's any person shall not sell, transfer, or assign any land without consent from the president, and shall accordingly apply for the consent before doing so. So you cannot sell, you cannot transfer rights, you cannot sell without consent. So you have to seek authority. Since you're a tenant, you should seek authority from the landlord that I want to sell my house, and the consent will be given. There's also, when you look at subsection 2 of section 5, when you apply for consent and the time lapses to 45 days without a response, it's presumed that a consent has been given. I want to bring in this aspect. If you apply for consent and 45 days pass without having a response, the law presumes that a consent has been given. So take note.
Interesting.
If it delays, you can try to move on and sell.
Okay.
Yes.
In terms of advice, what advice on the sale of untitled land? How would you advise someone who's trying to sell untitled land?
It's very difficult to advise because that land is not available. Because you can't say what is not available. The land is not known. So it's not there. So which land are you selling? It's not there. There's no land anyway, so it's very difficult. You can't sell an untitled land because it's not there. You don't know. It's not known. It's not known.
Okay.
It will be a gentleman's agreement, but it's neither here or there. It will be hanging because anyone can come and claim. Yes.
Yeah. There's been a lot of that going on recently, so we just hope that the right people can just start selling the right land to the right people.
Yes. What is important is understanding. In everything we do, whether business, whether job, what is important? Understanding. Have understanding. If you want to make money, get understanding. If you want to transact land, get understanding. So everything is understanding. The power lies in the ability to understand, the capacity to understand what you are doing. So the capacity, how you understand, seek knowledge, seek education. I'm not saying going to school. Seek information. This generation is privileged that the information is in their hands, but they misuse that that just misusing the opportunity.
Literally don't know how to use those gadgets.
Yeah, so they use
the right information.
Right information. Yes.
Interesting. Now, David, before we wrap up real quickly, on the marketing side of things, what should people look out for this week and also into the next month?
Okay, so thank you very much. On the marketing side, we've got quite a lot of exciting news other than just the catalog coming out. We've got a number of projects that we still have as Horizon Properties. The Horizon Green Village, the Kafua project, the Kandeke project, the Ngwerele project, as well as the Makeni West project. Now, in terms of where people can find us, when you want to contact us, you can call us on 211-260-422. That's on our Kablonga office. You can call us on 211-226-902. That is our town office. So here in Lusaka, we've got offices in Kablonga, Woodlands, as well as town. Then you can also check our Facebook pages. There's a Facebook page dedicated to the Green Village project where you can see all these updates that Doc has been highlighting on this show. You can also check our general Horizon Facebook page. In fact, there you'll notice that Black Friday has come early. There are quite a number of things that we can't talk about now in the interest of time. However, please visit our Facebook pages, both the Horizon Green Village and the Horizon Properties Facebook page. You can also check our website, which is up and running, www.thehorizonproperties.com, www.thehorizonproperties.com.
Interesting. Now, a quick call to clients. Now, this is a different category of clients, people who've done business or are still doing business with Horizon Properties. Clients who were offered but have not come forward to execute contracts of sales. Clients who finished paying and executed contracts of sales but have not come forward to proceed with the transfer of rights or change of ownership. Clients who have proceeded with a change of ownership but certain documents are missing, for example, NRC copy. Clients who finished paying and submitted all relevant documents but have not received their titles, as well as clients who for one reason or the other are not getting the expected feedback. What you need to do is contact, text line or WhatsApp to this number 097-9685-892, 097-9685-892. Doctor, I'm going to say thanks so much for coming through. It's always a pleasure to have you on this program.
Thank you very much for having me here.
Okay. Mr. Piri as well, thank you also for coming through.
Thank you very much.
There you have it. That's it for today's episode of Property Focus. Be sure to catch another episode next week on Tuesday between 18:30 and 19:20 right here on Hot FM. Do stay tuned.
If you're a savvy individual looking to buy a home, you can make the move and buy at Horizon Green Village, a smart housing project set in a gated and serviced community in Silverest Extension. The Horizon Green Village is 20 kilometers from the airport roundabout and 1.5 kilometers from the Greatest Road. Anchored on sustainability and clean living, the Green Village has on offer attractive packages of bare plots, bed sitters, 1, 2, and 3 bedroom houses with options to phase development. So, if you need a clean place to live affordably, the Green Village is your best bait. Take advantage of the massive early bird promotions and get the best deal on the market. Call us on 260-211-269275 or 0979-888970. Email greenvillage@thehorizonproperties.com. Like Horizon Green Village on Facebook.